Unmute.
Oh,
Unmute.
let
Uh,
me
Hey, we're here.
Hi,
All right, you got the
everybody.
show.
Happy Wednesday. As you can see, the setup's a little different. Apologies if I stutter at any point while I'm speaking. I can hear myself twice because I'm not where I usually am when I do this. So we have a whole different setup for tonight. Hey, Chris, what's up? Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to the Electric State, where we're getting ready to do episode 5 of our 6 episode round machines. Next week is the finale. Don't miss it. It's also the last stream before my birthday. So you have to be
Birthday!
here. Thanks. I turn 28 next Friday.
We
And
have
we
we have
will
one more game of these. We have one more game of these before your birthday. Then we have the finale.
Yeah, we've got tonight and then the finale.
Yes.
Yes. So you can't miss it, obviously, because you have
Absolutely.
to celebrate my birthday with me. In this particular game, I play Noah Casey, who is the runaway. We both use they, she pronouns. I would normally make Danny go first.
Am I sneaking?
Yes, you
But
will.
he's not
Because
here.
I am here. I'm just not in frame. Here I am. Hey, everybody. I'm CJB. I'm playing Josiah. My phone's going to die and I need to hear everybody. So I'm going to go get my charger. But hey, you guys look lovely and beautiful. And this setup might be just a itty bitty bit scuffed tonight. We're sorting it out. But hey, is Joe next? I don't know who's next. I'll be back.
Whoever you want. That's literally the whole name of the game. You popcorn it. Great. Hi, Joe.
Hi.
Sorry, Joe. Watching that bus hit you was like,
You're
Wow.
wonderful. Please do not let a distressed Danny freak you out.
Hey.
Please run to get the charger.
Hi guys, my name is Joe and I'm super not freaked out by Danny. I played Zwei for you guys, drone operator. He goes by he, they pronouns. And he's just a little guy, just like me. Both of us not freaked out by the same person. Okay, well, Vixie, you want to go?
do I want to or do I have to?
I feel like at this point I'm not giving you a choice. Please go.
There is no choice of Neo. Anyway, hey everybody, my name is Vixie Belle. I'm your friendly neighborhood player here at the Rediscovery RPG table. Thank you for having me. I am playing Rita Iglesias, the hardened veteran, who somehow has not thrown Josiah out of the car and has managed to keep Zwei and Noah somewhat safe, while also not imposing too many, not being a hover parent, if you will. Because she hasn't low-key adopted them or anything. It's like, oh, the cinnamon roll, I must protect. And this one needs a haircut, also protect. But anyway, so that's Rita. She is a little bit jaded, doing her best, and yeah, currently navigating all these sand dunes. I'm going to throw it over to Zach.
Hi, everybody. I'm Zachary Vaudo. I am your game master for today, for the night, for the entire day, for the rest of your life. I'm here to remind you that you always have a choice, but with choices come consequences. Speaking of consequences, let's see what consequences our players wind up in as we dive back into the electric state. For those of you that are just tuning in, shame on you. Go back and watch the rest. You'll be very confused this entire time.
You will be.
If that didn't drive you away, then I'll just go ahead and sum a little bit up for you. We have our 4 folks here, our 4 journeymen traveling down the road of Pacifica. Pacifica being the futuristic Southern California nation that grew out of the Civil War of the post-apocalypse, now overrun by corporations, scattered by the detritus of war, all in the far-flung future that is 1997. Where if you want to escape this sort of world, usually there's only one option. And that option is to lose yourself in the virtual world. Lose yourself in the bliss that is what we call the electric state. For those of you that don't want to lose yourself in it, you find your own way to keep your head afloat, such as what the people in this little part of the country are doing now. We return to May 1997. This is usually the part where I talk about our friends in a 1993 Buick Roadmaster estate, except they are not in a Buick Roadmaster estate because that got blocked off by a sand dune and it is back up on the road. In order for them to continue their road journey all the way to the Prim border crossing from Pacifica to the Blackwelt Exclusion Zone, they are going to have to find a way to clear that sand dune. The one lead that they found is the one spot of civilization in this area. I suppose you could call it civilization. They would probably call it a community. Some of them would call it massive party. Some of them would call it both. Because our 4 travelers have found their way to the annual celebration that is Burning Drone. A very large series of camps in a commune out in the desert that goes by the name of Solari. Solari was founded by 2 individuals, Gary Bosco and Paul Yost, a long time ago. And now it sits sort of self-sufficient. In the middle are all of the people that truly believe in the utopic nature that is Solari and are here to free themselves from the burden of the electric state and free themselves from the shackles of technology by living out here and expressing themselves naturally. Up in the bigger camps, we assume that that's what's going on, plus a little extra. Fortunately or unfortunately for our travelers, one of those 2 camps is going to currently be their best bet at clearing that sand dune, because each one of those camps has a large enough drone that can be operated to move the sand. Now, they did meet some other people before they get into all of that. They met drivers of another car that was abandoned in the sand dune, who gave them some real-world insight into what they'll be dealing with. They met a very, very friendly couple of robots who are happy to help and happy to be of service in whatever way they can. They learned of a couple of the other oddballs of Solari. And just before they went to bed, as the music continued to thrum, which it continued to do even as you all slept, the music went 24 hours and will continue to go. Ask me how I know that. You continue to hear it, and somewhere behind it, a gunshot goes off. I'm not going to give you the opportunity to jump up and investigate that just yet, as we're all getting into bed, and this is a big camp, and only, I believe, one of you, possibly 2 of you, actually heard the shot in the first place. You will, however, get the opportunity to ask about it, come the morning, should you like. But you all wake up. You wake up in your part of the small little section that Molly, Shayna, and Prue had set out for themselves. There wasn't a whole lot of tent space, but they had the space on the large blanket under the canopy on the sand that you were all able to sleep on. Decent enough rest. It's no bed. It's not as good as the couches that you slept on back in Littleville. It's arguably better than the seats of the Roadmaster that you all have taken turns resting in. But enough for actual sleep. You wake up to the sultry sounds and the evocative hi-hat hit that is Ice Ice Baby by Vanilla Ice. How do you all wake up?
I think everybody else has a more interesting way of waking up than I do, so I will let them go first.
You just make the boot up noise, like an old school, like computer.
It's the Windows. It's the windows going like from corner to corner, and then eventually
That
it's like
old-
away.
Or it's that old Mac noise.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I'm
Boing.
thinking of that scene from Wally when he starts up and you just hear the boot up noise.
Anybody else go first?
I think I was gonna ask. So we couldn't really like hear the gunshot right last night or anything like that.
You did.
Mhm.
If I remember, like those of you that rolled, you definitely did.
Mhm.
I do not remember if Josiah did or not. I am
Okay.
inclined to think not.
Okay.
But it's 50-50 on that one. But there was at least one of you heard it.
But like, okay, because I'm just trying to figure out if Rita heard a gunshot, because we didn't really like have leeway to investigate. I'm wondering, like her in character wise, if maybe she thought it was a dream or part of the show or something.
You could have thought that.
Mhm.
It is also entirely possible. Only you would know this.
Mhm.
That sometimes it's better and easier to not go running into strange areas that you don't know to investigate gunshots that you don't know where they came from. You as a
True.
veteran and you as somebody who's on the run, it would
Mhm.
not be out of the realm of possibility that you might consider that notion.
So I think then that she would have ignored it. Like maybe she heard it and like was like, not today. We're not doing this today. But I don't think she would have slept super deeply either. It would have gone back to that sort of guarded sleep where you're prepared to get up at any moment, because there's the other thing that she knows as a veteran is that you never know when that fight's going to come to you, or if
Right.
that fight's going to come to you. So it's better to be on guard than to fully be like caught unawares. And so and that's kind of how she wakes up. I think she probably wakes up the earliest and is like maybe outside, not doing calisthenics or anything, because that would be really funny, but no. But like just basically getting ready for the day, like very defaulting to like military stuff, where it's just like scrubbing pots or it's like cleaning things, getting breakfast ready, regardless of the other people whose stuff they're using in the tent. It's just like, you know what, we're making breakfast, it's fine, it's whatever. What do they have? What can be fashioned from the food that they have?
Fair enough. You'd be able to get some basic food. There's a lot of MREs in this area. Yeah, there's a lot of MREs in this area. There's a lot of quick ways to eat and easy ways to eat, which is something you would, as a veteran, you'd be accustomed to in general, but also living in the post-apocalypse that you were living in, you all would be a little bit familiar with getting your hands on easy food. So
Yeah,
you
so
know, military MREs are basic. Things that are chock full of preservatives would be easy to get. Lunchables that don't have as much of a shelf life. Not to borrow from a popular movie that came out well after the fact, but Twinkies have an extended shelf life and are not difficult to get your hands on. There's options.
yeah, I think if they do have Twinkies, she'd save those for Noah. She'd probably like say she thinks of Noah and Zwei, but knows Zwei can't like technically eat it.
Yeah.
So it would just be for Noah. But I also think that like I think that she would probably go over to Josiah and like wake him up first. Maybe while Zwei hasn't, hopefully Noah's not awake and Zwei hasn't booted up yet. It's just kind of like a push and then another push.
All right.
Yeah,
Noah, are you awake before? I was asking, are you awake beforehand or are you woken up by this?
I'm woken up by Ice Baby, and the absolute like pissed off feeling I wake up with because I'm woken up to Ice Baby. It's like head on my bag as a pillow like usual, like strap around my wrist, and then Ice Baby starts blaring at full volume. I turn over in the direction of the music and just flip off the DJ booth with both hands before I roll back over. I'm awake now.
All right.
But not
so
happy about it.
All right, so Rita, Noah is awake, but so that does not prevent you from waking up Josiah.
Yeah.
In whatever covert way or non-covert way you wanted to. Just people are waking up regardless.
Sure. I think that I think that she's still focused on waking up Josiah, but like looks over at Noah like doodles, and she says, "Hey, stay in bed as long as you like. We do have to get up sometime though."
Give me 5 minutes. And
Take
I
your
just
time.
shut my eyes again. Still, you would probably tell I'm still awake, but my
Mhm.
eyes are shut in a way of being like, can we not do this
Mhm.
at all?
I think Rita gets it and just like she wasn't kidding. She said like take your time. She's not rushing you to get up. She's just very much like acknowledging that you're awake and not happy that you're awake. So
I think it's a lot of like rolling over, and I left my hair down because you told me I
I was
shouldn't
gonna
put
cut
it
it.
up after the shower. So it's been a lot of rolling over on my own hair and then pulling it and waking myself up. So not good sleep.
Right. I thought you put it into buns after the shower though.
I started to, and then you told me it was bad for my hair, so I
Oh,
didn't.
got it. Got it. Well, we're gonna fix that
Yeah.
today. Hopefully, if we have enough, if we have like, give me 10 minutes and a knife, we'll be fine.
There you go. Perfect.
Maybe we'll have the luxury of scissors.
Hey, that'd be nice.
Yes. But anyway, she continues to wake up Josiah, and if Josiah does not wake up, she is going to resort to extreme measures.
Yeah, I think Josiah is comfortably asleep. I think the constant music in the car, he has grown used to it as loud as it's blaring. He's just like, it's gone. I'm sleeping. I'll wake up when my body says it's time. So yeah, if you came over just like Josiah, it's time to get up, he's very much out.
Oh, Rita makes this frustrated noise. Like there's a noise that like it's like a clicking of the teeth. It's like, and I think that if there's like a water bottle or anything, she is going to pour some of it into her hand and like flick it at Josiah's face.
There is probably Zwei's leftover beer that they couldn't physically drink.
That is what she is flicking.
Perfect.
Josiah's face.
You're just
Josiah,
flicking it?
flecks of warm beer hit you in the face.
Mm. I think he feels that sprinkle and just starts to like kind of wipe it off and lick the beer like, yum.
Swear to Josiah, get up.
I hear all those noises and just go, gross.
What? Are we getting up? Is it time?
Yeah, well, yes, for you. But I also would like to talk to you for a second.
Okay. I just had a few too many drinks. I'm good. Just a little tired. Yeah.
Why
Where
am
are
I
we
not
going?
surprised?
I was thirsty.
Yeah. Come on.
Yep. What's
She looks at Noah and says, "Excuse me while I go make my undying confession of love to Josiah."
Finally. I was waiting for
She's
Double gross. Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna go
she-
propose to your new mom.
I was never your kid. She was never. This is all.
Rita rolls her
gross.
eyes so hard. She just,
You know what? I'm gonna get up just so I can walk away, and I finally get up from laying down. Just
Rita
so
puts
I
a
can walk
Twinkie in
away
your
and not
lap
hear any of
and
this.
just says, "Here."
Perfect.
Go check on your robot brother.
Yep.
Again, Rita's rolling her eyes.
All right. What's up? What do you need?
And as soon as she gets you outside of the tent, where like away from Zwei and Noah, she lowers her voice. Obviously, this is not an undying confession of love. She was just bullshitting. And she says, "You hear the gunshot last night?"
No. I guess I just assumed it was, if anything, noise, truck backfired. No.
That was a gun. And
Okay.
you slept like the dead, so somehow I'm not surprised.
Where'd you hear it from? Any direction or just?
Didn't really think about it. My line of work, you don't really go chasing fights; they come to you. But I did stay awake
No.
in case it did, and it
Okay.
didn't seem like it went anywhere. I just don't want to cause and let's just say I don't want to freak them out right now. We just got to a place where we feel somewhat stable. I don't want to make us feel like we're gonna
Sure.
run again. Especially when we
Yeah.
don't know what it's about or if it involves us. Hopefully it doesn't. But yeah.
I'm sure it's got nothing to do with us, but
Never
this
does,
point-
yet somehow we always end up involved. At least if it's anything like
I would err on the side of maybe letting them be ignorant to the fact there was a gunshot. It's a little more dangerous than trying to spare their feelings right now, though. I don't want them wandering around getting shot, not thinking about consequences.
well, Zwei does that by default, so it's not.
It sure does. And I don't want to scare as a kid, but I think instilling the reality that someone else besides us has a gun, that they shouldn't go poking their nose into strangers' business.
Right. Well, can't control anything Noah and Zwei do, but we can. I just didn't want to wake them up to the. By the way, there was a gunshot last night. They can at least wake up first.
Get some food in them, and then we warn them, and then we'll go figure out how to get one of these drones to get us the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna cut Noah's hair first because
Fun.
I don't know
Yeah.
if you saw, but it's in need of a good trim.
Dude, I thought they were that thing from the Addams Family.
Wow. You're just
Just strong banter.
banter.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'd call that banter, but okay.
Yeah. Well. But yeah, give them a trim and a haircut. I guess I'll find Zwei quick and make sure they're not booted off. I don't know what you call the state of them being asleep. I don't.
Zwei is probably charging. We've had that battery thing for a moment.
Oh, good.
And
Yeah, they've been going forever.
she gives him a little like whack on the arm and be more sensitive. There's a person attached to Zwei, whether you like it or not. That there's a mind operating that drone, okay? At least I hope so.
I said we talked about this. We talked about the reality of this as a group, as characters.
Of Zwei?
So
I
don't think we have.
talked
This is
about
our
it.
first
Okay.
time like kind of talking about it, right?
Well, I guess that's entirely up to you if it has been acknowledged at any point over the course of this trip. There have been things that have been said that indicate a concept of life outside of the drone over the course of this gameplay. But it's entirely up to you if it's actually been acknowledged. I will say that Zwei is operating in what is very clearly a drone, not a robot like Aubrey is, or Hachiko, but an actual drone. Those typically have a pilot. There can be exceptions, but those are kind of rare and usually not readily acknowledged because that would involve like some rogue AI taking over a drone.
Right. And I think based on what Rita knows, just in a practical sense, like she is convinced that there is a human piloting that.
Right.
Drone.
I will say none of you absolutely do not know the condition or state of the person that is piloting that drone. That part has been made clear by Joe. But as far as whether or not, Joe, you have mentioned it over the course of the drive, that's up to you all.
Yeah, I think a lot of this is more. It's less that like Rita has evidence to back this up, and more what Rita believes to be true. So.
Okay. Yeah, that I think as you'd be like, there's a person, behind the screen and everything. Yeah. Should we unpack that with them? I don't think it really matters. who they are, what they are, as long as they don't get themselves or us killed. But it just seems like a lot of mystery. I feel like there should be a family conversation about.
You want to have a family conversation with Zwei about Zwei.
I see when you repeat it back to me, it sounds like a lot of work, but yeah, I guess.
I don't know if they're going to be comfortable talking about it, and if they aren't, leave them alone.
Okay. I said about the same thing I said in the car. I'm no stranger to keeping secrets, and as long as it doesn't get me killed, keep your secrets. But
Zwei has a good heart. Zwei is trying. Zwei is also very naive, which is why I do think he would probably walk into oncoming traffic if allowed. So, yeah, we should be careful.
The cars would stop for me because of how cute I am.
Zwei,
that's why you're awake.
Good morning, Zwei. Huh.
Beep, beep.
Beep beep is crazy.
all right. With everybody up,
Sorry.
I invite you to check out, those of you that have access to it, the map that was dropped into the resources channel, the last game of Solari. Right now, you all are in the middle of what is it called RV. It says RW row. They meant RV row on the map. Upwards is the much larger camp, Analog Heaven. Analog Heaven is operated by one of the two founders of Solari, Gary Bosco. The smaller camp, more to the south, New Vision, is operated by the other founder, Paul Yost. It has been communicated to you by Molly, Shayna, and Prue that neither of them are a particularly fantastic option. Like, there's not one that's per se better than the other. That, as far as they know, they have not invested themselves in one or the other. But those two camps have drones. They know that they have drones. They don't like show them off all the time, but they know. It has also been mentioned that there could be other ways to get a hold of one of said drones, but obviously that would still involve going to at least one of the camps, just not as direct. And you'd still have to figure out how to pilot it, who could pilot it, etc. You haven't even seen the drones yet to know what you'd be getting into.
I do think before we decide what camp we're going to, there is one last thing Rita wants to do. I'll be quick. It doesn't have to be RP'd out. And that is cut Noah's hair.
All right.
She'll just do her best to get her hands on a knife or scissors. Sees the tangled mess that is Noah's hair and patiently works through it and cuts it to whatever length Noah wants it to be.
Absolutely. I will leave it up to you guys. This can be just a hand wave thing, or if you feel like seeing whether or not Noah's hair gets completely borked, you can make a dice roll.
I don't want to bork your hair, so
I mean,
just hand wave it.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'll let you hand wave it. I was up for the roll. If you wanted to make the roll, it's fine. I mean, like, literally, I probably have to stand up for you to do it because it's so long. But I'll let you cut it. And I think when you ask what length I want it at, Noah is just like, I don't know. I'd like will look straight at the ground, like is not interested in this being an emotional conversation, even though it definitely probably should be. Like, this is a kid that needs therapy, quite clearly, but like is not in the mood for this to be emotional, and it's just like, I think the last time I got it cut, my mom was still alive, so I don't remember what she used to say to the person that would cut my hair. I just sat down and then it was cut and then we were gone.
Do you remember how long it used to be? Your shoulders, your chin?
like a little past my shoulders, I guess.
Under. Okay. Copy that. And she sort of grabs. It's not. This isn't like this. She's not a hairstylist. She just knows how to cut hair. So she kind of takes your hair in like a ponytail almost, and like takes the like we'll say it's scissors. Let's say she got her hand in a pair of scissors and just cuts it off at that length. So there's like there's like a pile of hair that just lands at your ankles, and your hair is now it's all one length because she did do it evenly, but it's it's down to your shoulders or past your shoulders, like you said.
But already feels like I'm carrying like 10 pounds less of weight. Weird. And we'll turn around, kind of stare at the pile for a minute, and just be like, "Thank you for that." And then we'll take her hair and start to twist it up into buns again.
Like the short hair.
Yeah.
Not the random
Not picking up what's on the ground. Like this kid's on the edge of a mental health crisis, but not like that.
Takes up the long hair, bundles it up,
Yeah.
puts it on Zwei like a wig.
Perfect.
Yeah, she Rita like gives you a little shoulder pat and says, "We should get going once you're ready."
Yeah, it'll just take a second. And she like finishes bundling up her hair and like the two buns, puts her bag back on, and like the buns are significantly smaller, probably like half the width that they were, but it's much nicer. It seems like maybe they don't like take over her whole face now with how they were just so gigantic.
And as you're all getting ready, you hear the little bzz, bzz of electronic legs as the shorter robot Aubrey walks up to your camp area, with like face blinking on as they see you. Hi,
Aubrey, hi, nice to see you.
how did everybody sleep? I hope everybody slept good.
Until Ice Baby, I slept moderately okay.
At this point, the song has changed over to "Virtual Insanity" by Jamiroquai.
I'm awake now, so I don't mind as much. But I will now have a forever hatred of Ice Baby.
Understandable.
Yeah. I'm just sitting here like I remember Jamiroquai.
Aubrey rocks on their little feet. I'm really glad to hear that. I was just wondering if there's anything that I could help you all with today, in regards to, well, whatever it is that you were interested in doing.
Yeah, Audrey, we're still figuring out the best person to go to get a drone from. And it seemed really wasn't a good stay on either of the two leaders of the camps being the one. Didn't you guys mention a Willie or somebody up by the airdrop space?
Oh yes, absolutely. That would be William Hardy. The folks around here call him Wild Willie.
Wild Willie, okay. How wild how wild is Willie?
I don't know the answer to that. That was apparently his call sign in the war.
Okay. Rita, fellow war vet, maybe friends.
Do I know someone by that call sign?
Probably not.
Okay.
It really depends on like what division of the military you would have been in. It also depends on what side of it you would have been on. We haven't discussed what side of the Civil War you were on, but that's a story for another time. So hard to say.
Okay, Rita raises an eyebrow at Josiah. I've never heard that name in my life.
Okay. Different eras, but same legacy. I'm sure you guys will get along great. It sounds like we should go for Willie.
Well, Willie doesn't have a drone. Willie's just good at piloting them.
Okay, so if I go
he
to
was
Willie,
a pilot.
Isn't Willie the one that's always
Drunk.
not quite lucid?
I think it was drunk.
Just trying to be sensitive, but yeah, drunk.
I'm not really trying to be sensitive. Aubrey, is Willie usually drunk?
Only when he comes down to party.
How often is he down to party?
At least every other afternoon.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Cool.
Right.
But if we get him before a party starts, then it
That's-
sounds like we can get him before he's drunk.
That's like having a can without, or having a can opener without a can. We still need a drone. We just have a drone pilot.
Okay. Well, if we talk to him, maybe he knows which of these drones is easier to get or less of a headache to deal with that person. We go to them. Hey, fuck the other guy. He sucks. Get some help from the drone. Maybe slip by without joining whatever war and burning drone shit's going on, and bada bing, bada boom, we're out.
Would you like us to walk you up to Wild Willie's tent?
Please, that'd be great, Aubrey. Thank you.
Okay. And turns around on a little foot and starts walking. The little robot dog, Hachiko, trailing behind.
Well, Josiah, this is your call.
Well, we'll all make the call. Once we have a better idea of how wild Willie is and if he's got any helpful information.
Right.
But yeah, so I think we chat with Willie and make that step one. We'll go from there.
All right. I'll trust you.
Thank you. I want us to get out of here alive. All of us. I'm just gonna look at Noah with the now slightly less compact buns, but like, nice haircut, kid.
Thanks, I think. And does not know how to take Josiah being polite in both saying that buns look nice, but also being like, we should all get out of here alive. And when I clip this, I'm going to put in a clip from episode 1 where you say you wish I would have flown out the window during the car.
Flawless.
Yep.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It never happened.
Editing Mallorie, roll the clip.
The four of you follow Aubrey and Hachiko through RV Row and walk your way up, into the wider open area where large pieces of drone ships from ages past stand in the sand like monoliths. These could have been remnants from the war. These could have been remnants from previous years of burning drone. It is the fifth one, I believe I said. You walk through the people. There's a handful of folks around. There's desert goths, the rare breed that venture out into the sun, enjoying the vibes, enjoying the music. There's some folks that are handing out pamphlets that seem to be anti-Center as the corporation. They seem to be activists, citing Center's complicity in many terrible things. But it also goes into saying that Center is going to, rewire the human mind with neurocasters. Your usual sort of extreme activism. You walk under the legs of the giant drone that will be burned tomorrow. Up the pathway towards the supply airdrop area. This is where the drones will come in and drop any water or food or whatnot that the people who live here year round would need. It's a 200 square foot area marked out in lights. And off the side of it, there's a Marine Corps tent from the Civil War times, just 10 plus years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's patterned in woodland camouflage. It's a large one. It seems like it can fit a few people in there. There's some beer cans that are scattered about and crushed up in the sand, and sitting outside of the tent with a tin drum, basically of water, just splashing it on his face and washing it, is who you assume to be William Hardy, aka Wild Willie. He is a man in his 60s. Deep tan skin from his time in the desert, both in here and during the war. He's wearing shorts that Rita, you can clearly see were probably his fatigues that have been cut off into above the knee shorts. He's not wearing a shirt, just a wiry, toned guy in his 60s, long gray hair that's been in a single braid, flat nose, kind of a blissful expression on his face. Not capital B bliss, but just bliss. As he splashes and washes his face, blinking the water out of his eyes as he sees you all coming.
I think
Hey
that's...
there. I wasn't expecting visitors, man. And Aubrey waves at Willingness. Hi, Willie. These four wanted to meet you. Yes. Well, thank you very much, little dude. How can I help you all this fine morning?
Hey, Willie. Nice to meet you. I'm Josiah. I was to say Josiah, Vixie, Joe now. Josiah, Rita, Zwei, Noah. We have our car stuck in the sand, and apparently
Bummer.
you can pilot a drone. Yeah, big bummer.
That is awful, man. The desert's just chock full, and they just pop up like those little critters in the game with the holes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they just come up like that out of nowhere. Eventually, the wind might blow them away, but who knows? It's all a scatter.
Yeah. Well, based on the other cars buried, we'd rather try and dig it out as soon as possible before it just becomes eternally stuck there. So,
Gotcha. Well, how'd you guys? I mean, yeah, I can pilot your drone to get it out. How'd you guys get your hands on a drone if none of you can do it?
Well, we don't currently.
I don't follow.
We don't have a drone. Josiah wanted to talk to you first to see if you could pilot it.
Well, sure, I can. I piloted them all during the war. That's an easy game.
Bet. Okay. Great. So our next step then was to come and ask you, do you feel like you had a buddy you can borrow a drone from between, what was it, Gary and Paul? What was the
Gary and Paul, yes.
Yeah. Between I'm not used to having a physical person on my right, so every time I go ahead, I can smack him out.
Yeah, he keeps smacking me in the back of the head. It's only happened like 4 times since
That's just Josiah trying to get Noah in line.
No, but thank you.
Yeah, stranger danger. Got it.
Thank
Don't
you.
talk to the weird dude.
Exactly. But yeah, we just didn't really get a lot of headway in town about Paul, Gary, and it seems like they both suck ass, but are the only ones with drones. So, got any insight on that?
You don't know the half of it, man. That is a Cain and Abel story, struggling to impress their all-father. They are constantly at it, man. It's so interwoven, like entwined, like the helix of a DNA, man. But then the helix fell apart, but they're still tied together in the past.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so not friends with either of them then.
I don't have a particular inclination towards any one or the other, man. I mean, they started the place out here, so I'm grateful for that. But, well, quite frankly speaking, you're all the way over here, and they're all the way over there. And he points from his vantage point. You can actually see the two camps much more clearly up on this part of the hill. The smaller New Vision camp has huge inflated tents sitting in the center of a series of trailers and mobile homes and other jury-rig shelters. There's tarps. There's a lot of parts, like drone ship parts, that have been dragged out here. You can see a lot of just scrap has been dragged out here, like forming basically ramparts around the camp. Bigger camp, Analog Heaven, large derelict drones that have numerous Christmas lights looped and sagged between them. There's a lot of, you can see a lot of the drones have been spray painted, and there's signage all over the place. And there's a lot of, again, tents and RVs and whatnot up that way as well. And it is clear other side of the area.
All right. So, New Vision's closer, correct? Yeah, look at the map, right?
If you look at the map, it's like kinda closer. It's kind of closer. It's not. Yeah. I mean, the hill of the dune makes it a little bit.
Josiah.
A little bit equal, but yeah, it is closer.
Josiah.
Yeah, Rita.
May need to split up on this one. See if probably get us to both.
Yeah.
Probably get us there faster. We're looking for a drone.
Cool. You want which one you want to take? And I think it's which one you want to take, pointing to camps, and then which one you want to take.
You want to flip? I'm not particularly eager to visit either, but we have to get it done.
Yeah. Willie, you got a coin we could borrow?
Both of you roll 1d6, and whoever gets higher, we're gonna do it alphabetical. Like whoever gets higher is gonna go to the A
Sounds
camp.
good. Okay, what'd you roll?
Right, show me my 3.
I got a 6.
All right. All right. So Rita, you'll be going over to Analog Heaven, and Josiah, you'll be going to New Vision.
That's good.
Now just pick your starter.
Yeah.
My starter Pokemon.
Do you want
Pikachu.
Noah or is mine?
Oh no.
What a basic answer.
Pikachu.
Easy.
Well, I think Rita is going to look at Noah and Zwei and say, who wants to go where? I'm going to head to this big place, and Josiah's going to head to New Vision.
I don't really care, but big places scare me sometimes.
Zwei, then you can go with Josiah to the smaller one. I'll go with Rita to the big one. It's okay.
Do we have to split up? I don't like when we're apart.
It's the only other way we can do it is if we somehow manage faster travel. Look how far apart they are.
I will say, in terms of the gameplay, obviously I'm gonna have to narrate one camp, and then I'm gonna have to narrate another camp. So the travel time is going to be negligible in terms of the narrative. I'm not going to stop you from getting to a camp.
Totally.
The only time factor will be just how much you talk in one camp. So
no,
yes,
I'm not. It's more in character. I don't mind splitting up. It's just,
I'm just saying if that helps inform the group decision either way, it's going to go either way. It's going to be narrated the same way. It's just depending on who's actually going to be there.
Rita looks. Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I will grab a hold of your hand, Zwei, and just like give it a squeeze. And I think in my brain I have this thought of like, can Zwei, like how much of that does Zwei feel? But I don't voice that out loud. And just go, that's okay. We'll be back together really soon. I'll see you before we go to bed tonight.
Okay. That sounds nice.
Yeah. Promise.
And Zwei will softly squeeze back.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit too hard than softly, given that he has no idea. But it's a soft enough squeeze.
It's like mildly bone crushing, but not in a way that Noah really minds.
Aww.
Rita looks at Josiah and then sees this exchange, and then just sighs.
Oh no, not the mom of the group sighing.
It's one of those like resigned sighs and says, I think Zwei's right. I don't think we should split up. Let's go to New Vision first. And this, you see, like she pulls her gun and just like kind of checks to make sure how many bullets she has left. And
at the sight of the gun, Zwei will very noticeably step away from her. just as a flavoring.
I think
Yeah, she
out of
reholsters it. She just she wasn't doing it to like scare Zwei.
No, of course
she does
not.
catch that, but she then says, "It's probably better to be careful right now." Inferring like speaking of the gunshot that they heard that night.
All right. So, which camp are you going to first? Then, are we going to New Vision or are we going to Analog Heaven?
New Vision it is.
New Vision.
Right.
All right.
let's go.
You walk down the hill of the large dune, towards New Vision, through that little tiny area of RVs and tents, closing in on the camp itself. As you get closer, to the camp, there you can see it. There's a good number of people that are walking and milling about. Most of them seem to just be like camping here, the same way the people in the RV row are, without as close proximity to the heavy music. They're just doing normal community things. Some of them have guns, either worn on their hip or slung across their midsection. You are looked at as you approach. Given the direction that you approached from, it's more of a curiosity than an on guard, because you're coming from deep into the encampment at that point. But you can walk up to the people that are milling about at New Haven, as they receive you. Can we help you, folks?
This one is Paul.
This is New Vision.
Is New Vision Paul?
I think at some point I blurred the names together, but yeah, this is New Vision.
Okay.
Right. Either one. Hey, new in town. Just need to talk to whoever's in charge. We're gonna get a minute.
Just come and ask for some help. Hands up.
Yeah. And a couple of them walk over to you and just sort of like do a once around on you, just to to quick inspect. Rita, they will see the butt of the shotgun out of the top of the bag, and they just go, "We're gonna need you to leave that outside." As he taps the butt of the shotgun.
Rita looks at them and says, "Where do you want me to leave it?" My cat's breaking shit.
Valid.
Where do you want me to leave that?
If you want to leave it with Hank here, he'll give it back to you when you guys head back out. Just precautionary.
Understood.
Yeah, we could do that. Just be careful with the Hank. That was our grandmother's, so don't fuck it up.
Yeah, it's an heirloom. It's pretty rusty.
Yeah,
no one's really taking good care of it.
Hank's like 6'2", stocky builds. He kind of looks at it and goes, heirloom shotgun. Got it. Cool.
That's kind.
Alrighty. And the others will walk you into New Vision.
There is one thing that I
yes.
think Rita would do with the shotgun before she hands it over, and that's take the bullets out of it.
Face with it.
Totally fair.
Take the bullets out of it. That's not getting used on us. So if she can help it.
Totally fair. You walk on in. You can see all these pieces of supplies and whatnot that are scattered about. There's formica, PVC piping, pretty much anything that's been dragged out here, along with all the drone parts that just are sort of littered about, built up. As you guys walk in, make anybody that wants to can make me a wits roll to just sort of glance the area. If anybody gets more than 1-6, you'll get something extra.
Okay.
I am not witty today.
All right.
Yikes.
2,
Oh, I got 2 6s.
4.
All right.
Okay. I'm getting ready to roll now. I got A6.
I also
A6. All right.
Bingo.
Yeah. So you guys will get a good view of everything in the camp. You'll have a good sense of the layout of the camp. How many entrances / exits, where people seem to be like guarding and whatnot. The thing I'm going to give to Noah with the extra 6 is Noah. You see one tent in particular, one tarp is just sort of like a corner, sort of flapping up every time the wind blows in. And you can see underneath it the nose cone of a vehicle. It's got like an old style like shark's mouth painted on the front of it. And it looks like, and you can see what looks like large vertical engines underneath it. You can be pretty certain that might be the aforementioned drone in the area, given its size.
I'm just keeping track of how many steps I'm taking, so I know how many steps from the entrance, or from where we're being ushered in, I guess, to that tent, just in case we need to come back and steal it.
Absolutely, yes. Now you're not walking over to that tent. You're just going to see that tent. In terms of the number of steps directly to it, that's a different story. But you'll still be able to actually get a sense of it and where it is.
It's like, as long as I know, like, this many steps in, I'm about level with the tent, or about parallel to the tent.
Right.
So I can tell which one it is. When it's like darker at night, I'm doing less guesswork.
Absolutely.
I'll take that.
Absolutely. All right. You all are led in to an area, like a larger tent area, where a man is having breakfast. He is a very thin older looking man with a swooped haircut, sunken eyes. Age has not been as kind to him as it was to Willie. He looks up at you all as you come in, as the guy that escorted you in says, hey, sir, these 4 are new to the camp, and they were wanting to make an introduction. I'll drop a photo of the man in the resources channel. He looks up, he goes, yes, absolutely. Sorry, wasn't expecting company. Welcome to New Vision. I'm Paul Yost. Pleasure to meet you all. And very quickly, I believe up to this point, I have out of character mentioned full names, but in game, I've only said Gary and Paul. Any of you that have any character-wise, have any sense of technology history would recognize the name Paul Yost, much akin to, as we've made a reference to these two, to Steve Jobs. Paul Yost was legendary in the world of neuronic technology. He and his business partner, Gary Bosco, who you can very quickly piece together, this is Paul Yost, the aforementioned Gary must be Gary Bosco, invented very early technology in the neuronics field. They built a company from the ground up in Bosco's garage in Spokane, Washington. Paul was the visionary, Gary was the engineer. The company skyrocketed. And when other companies started to get on ride the wave of neuronics, they sold parts to every company. They were wealthy. They were very, very wealthy and very, very famous before they dropped off the map. And it seems that this is where they went. They formed this utopia away from neuronics. And that is who has introduced himself to you all.
I imagine Josiah would have no idea who this guy is, primarily because before he would have gone into jail, was very much, I have no idea what any of this is. It's just I found something shiny. I'm going to sell it to somebody else. Then after getting out, has just been void of information on any new information about it. So I think this is just like some scrawny dude to Josiah.
That is totally fair. I do want to say that the timeline of this is like the early 70s is when these guys were starting up, and all the way into now. So they've been big names for about like 20-ish years before they dropped off. Okay. So again, like you may not like have like a true appreciation of who this is, but kind of a household name. But again, maybe like not if you're not like heavy into neuronics, much like if you're not heavy into Apple. It's, Steve Jobs is just sure, that's a rich guy. He does a thing, sure.
Cool. Yeah. Does anyone else speak up to this guy first, or?
I feel like Rita has only like heard about Paul Yost in passing. Probably like nothing. Definitely not like an Apple user, but like knows Apple users, if you will, who like have talked about him. And like she sort of raises an eyebrow, but she doesn't actually really say anything. She's willing to let Josiah do the talking, and looks at him. Is looking at him for cues.
Hey, Paul. It's pleasure to meet you. We just got into town, heard hide nor hear of New Vision, and long story short, car stuck. Heard this is the place to go if you want help from a upstanding guy, and you seem like you're him.
Car stuck. That's awful. Where are you guys coming from?
God, where are we coming from? We've been on the road for, it feels like months now, just trying to pass through.
Got it. So you weren't coming here. You were going somewhere else?
No, yeah, we were on the road. We got cut off by the dunes. Someone else's car was trapped in the sand. And I think they're already in the camp waiting for the drone ceremony. And yeah, then we couldn't get past them. So we're kind of ultimately want to get their car out of the way so we can draw our car through. And hopefully ours is not buried by the time we got here to ask for help. Got it.
That is fascinating technology. As he looks over to Zwei, which one of you built this? It's a little amateur, but it's very, very skillfully put together.
Zwei will cover himself very bashfully and just be like,
Excuse me, I'm not amateur.
Oh, there's a person in there.
What?
And he like looks confused to like Rita and Josiah. It's like, what?
I was gonna say,
mean?
Rita body checks this, like basically puts herself between Zwei and Paul, and says, "None of your business, actually."
Oh my god, my virgin body. It's been looked upon.
Is that something that's why it says in character?
No, it's me. It's just me. Imagine Zwei with his little dinosaur shirt. My virgin body.
No, Paul straightens up. He goes, "Oh no, sorry, forgive me. Some strangers walk in my camp with a robot that turns out to be a drone with an unaccounted for person. I get a little bit curious. I hope you understand."
Why?
You in the body defensiveness can very quickly pick up on the verbal check back. You put in the physical, these my people, this is none of your business. He put in the you're in my space, this is my business.
And Rita,
Why? Why is that interesting? Why am I interesting?
Well, the neuronic technology that allows you to pilot that was kind of my thing some time ago. So I always get interested to see how things have progressed and how even non-corporate entities are getting in on the action. I'm really glad to see that it's still hard at work out there.
I mean, It is working pretty good, but I wouldn't say that I chose this.
That's why you don't have to share anything that you don't want to.
Absolutely.
He knows about it, so maybe he has more information about stuff.
We don't choose the way in which we progress forward. Evolution chooses us as we go. And quite frankly, little buddy, you're sitting right in the seat of the next step in human evolution right there. It's going to be a little bumpy, but you're doing great with it so far. Clearly, look at how you've handled this.
Zwei, okay, very interesting. Zwei will listen to him speak, and then without saying a single next word, will just walk away from him. In any direction. It could actually be just in a circle. He's just walking away.
Okay.
Kid's shy. Yeah.
No, kid's traumatized. You hit a nerve.
I'm so sorry. Is the drone being used for ability needs? I wasn't aware.
I'm not being used. Sorry, I'm not there. He's not hearing anything. I'm gonna...
I think of Zwei as a person here. Not
Of course, Vi's a person. I'm sorry. I wasn't attempting to make any indication otherwise. Vi is just a person that has managed to move past he just sort of pinches his own cheek. Yeah.
I don't think Zwei shares that sentiment. I think Zwei doesn't want to be in that body.
Well, that's why I was asking if it was being used for ability purposes. I assume if you're walking up here out in the middle of the desert in a drone, it must be it's either a choice or you can't move around without the drone. So
somewhere in the distance, Zwei kicks a sand dune aggressively.
At least it's not a giant robot this time.
Yeah, thank God. Yeah, no, Zwei is just is a special little guy that's near and dear to our hearts, and is still opening up about who they are, at least to some of us, and we're not prying that door open until they're ready. So
that door is going to open up when it is ready to open up, and none of us can kick it forward any faster than the singularity will come.
All right, exactly.
You don't got to worry about that.
You understanding. Perfect. But yeah, well, Zwei kind of figures himself out. Drone, right? We
right.
Circle back.
Right. No, absolutely. I would love to help you. My drone is currently down a couple of parts, namely servos that we have not been able to get our hands on this side of the camp.
Okay. Do you know where we could get some servos for you?
I don't immediately know, but I certainly have. If I can't find them on this side of the camp, I certainly have an indication as to who might be hoarding all of them, and you can hear a definite tone shift in the voice.
Let me guess. Analog something or other?
Fucking Gary.
Gary.
Naturally.
Yeah, fuck Gary. Oh, we all have a Gary in our life, don't we?
We do. Fuck Gary.
Ooh, that came from your soul, Zach. That was something personal there.
Oh, Lord.
Now, look, folks, if I were able to get my hands on them, I would be more than happy to assist you with your problem. As it stands, Gary and I are in the midst of a bit of a long-standing misunderstanding, lack of communication, and the whatnot. Now, if you were to do something of your own accord to get your hands on the servos, anything else that comes to mind as well, I could make use of them and I could be of some service. Until then, my hands are a little tight.
Sure.
Understood.
I mean, I guess we could swing over and see about getting those servos. Care to give us some more context to this beef with Gary? We've heard from everyone in town that, you know, A and B have, whatever arguments going on, but I think a little more context would probably make our job getting you what you need a little bit easier.
Oh boy, God, where to even begin? I'm not gonna walk you through the entire biography. That'll take us some time. But 20-something years ago, Gary and I, we pioneered the neuronic field, kicked the whole baby off, ran a company, made millions off of the tech and the research. We were selling to Center when Center was still a startup. We were on the go. Eventually, we got to the point where things got so big that we sold the whole thing over to Center after they outgrew us, and we made bank off of that. Didn't really know what to do from there, unfortunately. And that idle nature that we had, coupled with seeing where all of the technology was starting to go in the 80s with the way that people were using neuronics, Gary and I took that money, founded this little utopia out here in Death Valley. We decided to make it as a bit of a refuge from the misuse of neuronics out there in the world. Help then, get over time, people caught the word, came on out to escape it. The disagreement is a little bit ideological. Obviously, we have the Burning Drone Festival, symbolic of the break from technology. But Gary is very hard line on that rejection of neuronics. He wiped his hands of the whole thing, doesn't want to look back. He thinks that it's been turned into an abusive technology, and he wants to be completely separated from it. Me, I feel a sense of responsibility for the thing that we created, And just because people have misused it doesn't mean that it can't be used for the good that we intended it to be. I think there's still something out there. I think there's a way to break that addictive cycle and to use neuronics for their actual purpose, that furthering of the human evolution, that furthering of mankind into technology. I mean, honestly, Kurzweil was right in terms of how we're progressing, and I think that there's still a way to make that work. But Gary's hard against it, and Gary won't have anything to do with me so long as I want to get my hands back into it and actually make something out of the mess that we made.
Right.
So yeah, it'll be a little bit difficult for me to just go over there and ask for a cup of sugar and a servo,
Yeah. Shit. Well, guess we'll try, Rita.
I mean, can we trade for them? They don't have to know what we're doing with them, right?
Yeah.
No, they definitely don't have to know. There might be some questions, obviously. If you wanted to go the upfront way and ask and see if you can negotiate your way into some servos on your own, be my guest. If you wanted to go about them in some more covert ways, be happy to lend my support best as we can.
What does that look like? Support in a covert sort of way.
not exactly going in the front door.
You want
Right,
to steal
right.
them? Josiah?
I mean, I'm kind of good at that. Not to alarm you, Paul. I wouldn't steal from you. Just we all came from somewhere.
We don't have a
Hey.
choice, do we?
I'm sure you got a choice. I mean, if your choice is to get this drone up and running, and he gestures in general, Noah, you know exactly where it is, but he just sort of gestures upward. If you want to get this drone up and running, your choice is to get the servos. Otherwise, you're welcome to camp here in New Vision. Would be happy to have you up here on this side of things, and see when things pass. Or just make yourselves at home. Plenty of people have.
Right. Well, it seems like a nice place, and I think step one is to get you some servers so we can get on the road as fast as possible. But we appreciate the accommodation, so
We'll be back.
yeah.
It's very generous of you. Thank you.
Glad to hear it. Hey, we'll see you back here, all right?
Sounds good. Thanks, Paul. Good guy.
Zwei? Zwei, are you still kicking sand? Rita has like walked away and is walking where she last saw Zwei.
No, he's sitting behind like a little sound dune, like a little hill that he made for himself.
For simplicity's sake, I'll say that this is in the general direction of Hank, who can give you back the shotgun on your way out of the camp.
Thanks, Hank.
Yeah.
Zwei. Heirloom shotgun.
We're leaving.
Okay.
Let's get our stuff from Hank, and it looks like we're going to be going to Analog Heaven, I think. That's the name.
Will he also tell me that I should be happy about being in this?
Do you want me to put
Probably
him if he
not.
does?
No, it's okay. I feel really like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like there's like fire in my chest whenever somebody tells me that I should be happy about this and that it's a great honor and that, I'm just helping people when that's not how I feel.
Rita drops to a squat, so she's more at like eye level with Zwei, and says,
Keep forgetting that he's tiny.
Yeah, he's like teasing and she says, "Hey, you don't have to share their opinions. It's what you feel.
But adults
You don't like-
are always right. That's what I've been told.
Repeat that again. Who's always right?
Adults are always right. That's what I've been told.
Am I close enough to hear this?
Yeah, he's not whispering. It's
Yeah.
he's just, yeah, you can absolutely be there.
And
Do this.
adults are always right. The biggest cackle of your life.
Rita-
Whoever
So
told
that
you
sounds
adults are
too.
always right, full of shit. For example, Paul, full of shit.
Rita looks at Zwei and
Does
says,
that mean he has to go poopies?
Yeah, everybody
probably,
does.
but also that he's wrong.
Yeah.
About a lot of things.
Zwei, at the end of the day, your feelings also matter. Adults are going to have their opinions, yeah. Some adults are looking out for you, like me and Josiah. We're just trying to help. Sometimes we don't do it right. Usually it's Josiah's fault. Pointed to failure. Rolls Josiah under the bus, but it's fine. And she says, but at the end of the day, your feelings also matter. You don't like it. And no one gets to tell you what feels right or wrong. If it doesn't feel right, then it doesn't feel right. And if
I get to say no?
Yeah. It's real freeing, too.
yes,
I say no to
You can.
Josiah all the time.
Yeah, they do. It's a pain in the ass.
just
But I'm
remember
not
to
here.
use your critical thinking skills. If I'm telling you not to walk into oncoming traffic, you can still walk into oncoming traffic, but there's a reason I'm telling you. not to do that.
You shouldn't. I think, just to clarify, you should not walk into oncoming
Please
traffic.
don't.
But
Please.
Okay. Okay. No traffic and no walking.
It's an example. That's why it's just I'm telling you not to walk into oncoming traffic because I'm worried something bad is going to happen to you. If some, that's where that is coming from. Other people maybe won't have the same motives. You have to figure out which one it is. Noah's really good at that, actually.
Zwei smiles softly and like just like this little swaying thing. He's like,
Yeah, Noah's pretty great at that.
Mm-hmm.
Take it from me, it's years of being around adults who say that they really care about you and then they don't. But these two are good. Wait,
Were
We can
you
stick
were
with
you also surrounded by scientists?
no, I would argue that I was surrounded by people much dumber than scientists. But they were all people that claimed to want to be parents, but they didn't actually want to be parents. They just either wanted to check the state or wanted a little clone of themselves or wanted the perfect kid that never actually existed.
Oh, well, my adults sometimes still try to get a perfect thing. I think it's slowly working. They seem happier.
Well, we can have this conversation while we walk towards New Analog. I'd like to get this over with as soon as we can.
I assumed that you guys were having this conversation as you were walking towards Analog Heaven.
walking and tucking.
I thought we were holding still the whole time. So,
For purposes of getting you guys to the next thing now, I'm moving you through. You guys walk back through RV row as Blue Monday by New Order just pumps through. The ravers are still out and dancing. Walk your way up to the larger camp of Analog Heaven. The large derelict drones, spray painted. You can see the spray paint more clearly now. It's signs that reject neuronic technology with various slogans that anybody who is familiar with the sort of protesting that would have happened against them would know about. There's a huge mural as you get closer across one of the larger drones, painted on, that shows a graveyard, and in front of every tombstone is a desiccated person with a neurocaster on their head. It seems that Gary and Analog Heaven have some strong opinions about neurocasters, as Paul indicated.
Josiah, are we stealing or are we walking in? Because I don't know how well they're going to take Zwei.
yeah.
I will say the everything that Paul said and that you see seem to be specifically about neurocasting in particular.
Okay.
Now, obviously, using a drone is implied that you are using a neurocaster, but it's not the same as like going into the neuroscape directly. There's a slight difference. The more extreme types might be like a bit harder pressed on it, but it's not going to be like on site.
Yeah.
Rita, do you think you and Zwei want to run lead on this, be the distraction, and Noah and I can go try and steal some servos?
Sure. Do our best.
You guys got it.
Okay.
You picked the two worst liars on the face of the earth.
You don't have to lie. You just tell part of the truth.
All
I
right.
got out of. I was on my own for like 6 months before I found Josiah, and you don't have to lie to the cops. You just have to tell them only part of the truth. When they would ask where my adult was, I would just say I was out on errands or something. It wasn't a lie. It just was enough of the truth to get them off my back.
Hey, you have adults now. And she goes over to Josiah and leans in close and hands him her gun. The pistol, not the shotgun. Says, in case you guys need it.
I think Josiah looks it over, pulls his own pistol out of the back of his belt, and hands yours to Noah.
Holy shit! You won't let me drive the car, but you left me a gun. Cool.
You can drive the car next time when we
Not
have
you.
That's the right answer. You try to drive next time, as long as you can aim that thing at the bad guys if they come up.
Okay.
All right.
Zwei will walk up
Exactly.
to Josiah and take his hand and softly pull him away from the others, and then like calm him down to him.
I think while this is happening, Rita is showing Noah how to sight with the pistol.
Yeah.
All right, Zwei, what's up?
So I know you said you will be my hero, but because you're going with Noah, is it okay if you're his hero for a little bit?
Josiah looks back over his shoulder and sees them trading to aim the gun. How's Noah doing with aiming the gun?
Do you want me to roll for it?
Oh, how are we doing?
You're not. I mean, you're not shooting it. So
No, we're
I
not
think
shooting
you-
it. She's
Aiming.
just-
I don't think
Yeah.
it's
flavor.
bad.
Then
Noah
Noah's
has a
doing
gun?
amazing.
Yeah, Noah's
10 out of 10.
You just see like Rita holding like Noah's arms and like showing them how to sight with the little like thing on the back of the pistol,
Right.
and like saying like use
Perfect form.
both eyes open, both eyes open. Don't aim for a vital spot unless you need to. That kind of like basic gun safety training.
Yeah, I think Josiah looks back and sees them practicing with the gun. Looks down at Zwei and says, "All right, I'll make a deal with you. I'll be Noah's hero if you can be mine right now." Okay.
Oh, okay. I'll try. I don't know if I'm good at it.
None of us are, but I need you to help Rita. You guys gotta be a big distraction. That's really easy for you because you're a big old TV on legs. Noah and I are gonna go steal the stuff that we need, so we can go back to that other guy that I know said some really shady and fucked up things, so we can borrow his drone and get the fuck out of here. But I need you to be the distraction so we can get that done. Okay?
Okay. I'll do it.
And he like kind of like this, he can't pump on the chest, but like he stands up a little straighter. He's like, I'll do it.
Good job, kiddo. He's like bump on like the chest is like ding.
Zwei walks back with new swagger. All right, little lady, let's go.
So the frame rate speeds up. You walk up in slow motion.
His voice drops.
I get knocked out, but I get up again. Please.
Yeah. For some reason, there's an explosion behind him as he walks in slow motion.
Somehow Michael Bay started directing this film. Anyway.
All right, so we
It's
don't
not
have a
just Zack, it's
ton.
Zack Snyder. Like,
We don't have a ton of time left, so I want to get a sense of how you guys are going about this. So half of you are going in through the front, and half of you are trying to sneak in a different way to see what you can find and steal stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna go with the ones that are going a bit more up front first. So as you two walk up, it's sort of the same deal as it was with New Vision, where there's more people, but there's a lot of people that are hanging out around here. You see significantly fewer like technological parts and whatnot than you did over at New Vision, for obvious reasons. People are just camping out here, living the little utopic life. Some people are walking around as guards, all the same. You are received the same deal of leave the shotgun outside before you come in. And you are escorted in to a little like garden type area where some little plants are being grown here, where you see the man that you assume would be Gary Bosco, much in the same way you two are introduced of Hey, Gary, we've got a couple of newcomers here. And Gary looks up, shirt drenched in sweat underneath the orange shirt as he adjusts his glasses. He goes, "Oh, hey guys! Welcome to Analog Heaven. What brings you by? You here for the festival?"
Did you take a shower?
Well, it's kind of hot out here. We don't all have internalized cooling like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Rita's adopted like a military stance with the hands behind her back, as like, when they're introduced and says, "We're looking for some help."
Yeah, sure. How can I help? And his eyes like drift a bit more towards Zwei than you on the question.
Rita looks towards Zwei and says, "You know what a drone is, right?"
Well, yeah, of course. A kind of didn't pioneer the drone technology, but worked on the neuronics that got used for them over time. That was a lifetime ago at this point.
Right. And Rita thinks about what Noah says about telling partial truths and says, "So the problem that we have is Zwei here. He wants his body back. And he's kind of stuck."
I bet you do.
Yeah.
Neuronic addiction's a hell of a thing, man.
I'm not addicted. And then somewhere in the back of his mind, he like hears Josiah, like he like appears in the cloud behind him, and he's just like, "You have to be the hero." And so I was just like,
I would say I'm more than addicted. I would say that I there's no way I could ever get out of this state if somebody doesn't intervene, because it's kind of scary that I'm so young and I'm already so addicted.
Rita is like,
Hey, look, man. Look. The first step to getting through it is understanding the problem that you're dealing with, and clearly, you've got a good support system here with your mom and you want to actually get things going better. And so you're in the right place for that. We can help. We can help with that sort of thing. That's what Analog Heaven's all about, man. It's rejecting the rejecting the vice grip and the poison that.
Yeah, I'm really poisonous. I mean poisoned. Yes.
um,
And my mom here knows it really well. My mom is also poisoned.
the word "mom" gets flung around so much, and Rita's just like, "Yep, that's me, the mom."
It runs in the family. We're all really poisoned.
Are you also struggling with the addiction?
Yeah. Right, Mom?
Yes. Yes, we're struggling with that addiction. I only recently threw my neurocaster out.
Good move. Really good move, honestly. Honestly, there's days I wish I didn't make the damn things. But
right.
we are where we are, and we take the paths that we can take. Now, I'm not exactly running rehab out here, but I have been working. And he like moves like down the garden to a more like chemistry looking section. Like, there's actually like some like little like portable burners and like various tubes with liquids in them and droppers. Been working on this quite some time. I got it down to a science at this point.
Right.
Oh, well, it is science, so you hope I got it down to a science, but I did.
You're funny.
Rita like puts a hand on Zwei's shoulder.
Gary gives you a look that is absolutely misinterpreting the situation as like poor kid.
Rita nods, like just immediately like acquiesces to this reality. Yeah, you see what we're
but the kind of issues that we have in our family. Mhm.
Right.
Zwei immediately continues improvising. Our family is really broken. I wish Dad would come back home.
I can't help with that part, man.
So I have some
Except-
trauma that's been coming up, I think.
Look. I've been working on this, and with conjunction with some meditative guidance, we found a way that it's really helped wean the people off of the neurocasters, ones that have come up here to get away from it all. And he holds up this collection of little small vials of it's almost clear, has a greenish tint to it, liquid. It's got a little bit of psychoactive properties. I'm not gonna BS you about that. Extracted from the local cacti who here, the gestures towards the garden. But honestly, it works wonders. And if you're feeling it, if you're feeling that pull, we can help with that.
Yes, please help my mom and my dad.
Your father's not here right now, Zwei. Remember you said that he left home?
And then Zwei in show of acting throws his tiny hands up and just like, Father, why are you not here?
Perhaps Zwei should go first.
Well, yeah, sure. If you want to bring the physical body up this way, then we can absolutely get things going there, because it has to be ingested. It's
I'm not good with needles.
No, not injected. Ingested, like you got to drink it.
I'm not good with drinking.
It's going to be a struggle, little buddy. I understand that, but if you want to break
I'm also not good with struggling.
Rita puts a hand on Zwei's shoulder to stop the panic improv and says,
That's another issue. We don't exactly know where Zwei's physical body is. He just woke up like that one day.
Oh dear. That is a pickle.
He doesn't want to be this way and has been asking to eat a cheeseburger for the last 4 weeks.
And suddenly, Zwei lights up. He's like,
I do really like cheeseburgers. I would like to have some.
It's good to like something, man. Look here. And he walks over to Rita and he palms a couple of the vials into your hand. He goes, you take one for yourself for what you need to deal with, and then, well, I don't know how to help you find what you're looking for, but as soon as you do, as soon as you get back together, this is going to help you.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind.
Absolutely. And he gestures for you to take yours.
Rita pockets one for Zwei, makes a big show of it, and is sitting here like, Josiah, no, you better do something fast. I want to take some drugs. She really doesn't want to take these drugs. And when she doesn't hear anything or gets any confirmation, she looks down at it and then says, I never imagined what life would be like off the caster.
It's a different kind of bliss, man, I tell you.
should we, and Zwei will peek up and just be like, should we be taking this before having food? Because usually you shouldn't take things on an empty stomach.
Well, that's the thing. It's entirely natural, so it doesn't have all that chemical buildup that you're going to get from your pharmaceuticals, especially nowadays.
I don't know if I can trust that, and you're asking my mom to trust you, and then
He gets more hysteric.
and I don't think that's really smart, and I really would feel better if she had something to eat before she takes drugs.
Hey! Can we get some we get some jerky over here or something, guys? Like he's gesturing over to the
Like
the guards.
Rita makes a big show of trying to calm down Zwei, but the reality is that they're just buying time at this point.
And with that we'll cut over to Josiah and Noah. So
He's like, what is
Josiah-
that meme? Stop it. Get some help.
So Josiah and Noah,
Yeah.
you're trying to go into the camp unnoticed.
Yeah.
It is a big camp, so while this is rather distracting, it is certainly not going to distract every single person in the camp. So we're going to start with an agility roll from each of you as you're doing some sneaking.
That's my good stuff. Shit, not good enough though.
Oh, yikes. Are we both pushing or?
Oh yeah, we have to.
Yep, you're going to push. You're going to reroll anything that is not a 6 or a 1, keeping in mind any additional ones that you get here are going to be hope drop.
No.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Okay. Now much
Oh my
nicer.
God.
Okay. We find a balance. We find a balance.
Huh?
Oh Lord.
Oh, I'm glad you have a 6.
Yeah.
All right, so what are we looking at?
1-6 for me.
And I
Okay.
lost half my hope.
Okay. Josiah, did you happen to lose any hope on that push roll?
No.
Okay. Good to know. All right. We'll go and narrate through this.
Yeah.
You sneak around through the side area, looking to see what you can find. You very quickly find. Well, first of all, you very quickly find the drone in this camp. It's not hidden like the other one was. In fact, it'd be rather difficult to hide it. It is a large bulldozer drone. Like this is the sort of drone that is meant to push things around. It's meant to clear things like sand. You imagine living out here in the desert, probably have to flatten things out over time. That's what it's for. It's got rust lines that are gathered along the outer panels. Paint is peeling off of it. It doesn't look like it's in great shape, but it's clearly functional. It's very durable. It's got a wedge shape attachment under the nose that's meant for clearing things out of the way. If Rita were here, she would know the actual purpose of this drone in the past, but in terms of what you need, that's that. As you look around, sneaking around, Josiah, both of you can make me a wits roll as you're looking around. Just see what you can find as we continue to narrate through.
I'm gonna just try not to lose any more hope.
Easy peasy. Easy peasy. That's a 6 for each of us.
Yeah.
All right. Sneaking around and sneaking through. You get a good lay of the land out here. You don't see any sort of like stockpile of parts, the way that New Vision had the parts all over the place. You do see, a lot of living area. You see a lot of commune type stuff. You would surmise then that if the parts were somewhere, it would have to be like in one of these like RVs or tents or whatnot. And that sort of sneaking and looking around is the reward for the 6s that you got. Mm-hmm. We now get to the other half of this, which is the part where I rolled 2 6s on a wits check as you guys were sneaking around.
Oh, easy. Yeah, there's nothing.
Rough.
Which means that as you were looking through, as you start to look through these tents around the drone, trying to find parts, a voice comes up behind you and says, "Back out slow."
God damn it! Fucking shit. Yeah, sure thing.
Right. And if you back you back up until you feel the bump against your back of, as you certainly would know, clearly a gun barrel
Great.
You go. Yeah. All right. And they're going to, quick pat down your sides. Josiah, where do you keep your gun?
It's in the belt loop. So underneath the jacket and the back of his jeans.
Yeah. Unless it is in a hidden pocket or whatnot, it will be found and pulled and removed. And then you are escorted. As you're escorted, you hear a voice growing louder and louder and louder the closer that you get. And you recognize it. You recognize it as Vi's, but you have no idea what the hell is going on. You're eventually led into a scene where Rita seems to be comforting Zwei, who seems to be having a panic attack, as people are running over with bags of jerky. And then Rita, you see Josiah and Noah being led in by about 3 men with, who clearly are on guard duty.
Oh, please no, I could make this so much worse with a single sentence.
Oh!
And one of them.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, one of them will jog up to Gary and go, "Excuse me, sir. We have a bit of a problem here." And Gary goes, "Excuse me." He turns around and sees the 2 of you and goes, "What the hell is this now?" We caught them. We caught them digging through the tents, sir. This. Well, no, Paul's actually gonna Paul's gonna send people into my camp now. Is that what this is?
While this is happening, Rita, are you still holding? Is it like a glass
It's a
vial?
vial. It's a
Is it
glass
vial.
Is it a glass vial? I don't know if it's top
yes.
vial.
Yeah, it's glass.
But yeah, Rita looks at Zwei and then looks up at and meets Josiah's eyes.
Pour it out. He's making a pour out motion.
Yeah, pour to Rita
I will say, I will say there are a couple other people around you that were trying to bring you food to take this stuff.
Do it behind me and pour it out. He's just trying to mime.
Rita
looks
at
drugs. Don't take.
Rita puts it in her pocket and says, "Oh, I don't think this is the right. I don't think this is the right environment for this kind of situation. It seems like you have other business to handle, and if I'm going to experience side effects, I would like not to do that in front of my child."
I rolled a 1 on a wits check from Gary.
Zwei stares at Josiah.
Gary doesn't know anything.
No. Sorry. When I said I rolled a 1, I meant I rolled 1 success. A wits check by Gary. It's Gary will turn around, look at the 2 of you, and look back and says, "You guys actually here for help, or is Paul getting creative?"
Do I look like I want to be stuck in this, sir? I am a tiny,
and then he's recalling what Josiah said.
I am a robot with a TV head. I don't want to be like this. My mom is very distressed. My father is gone. And you just gave her drugs without any food. So no, sir, I am not trying to see if whoever this Paul guy is getting creative. I want to get out of here.
Okay, well, I told your mom once you guys get back to your body, you can take the medication, make that work. Ma'am, if you want to, we got food here in the meantime. I need to address this if you don't mind.
It's just an uncomfortable situation. Why don't you and I go? Why?
They're bad.
He looks over at Noah
just to die.
Okay, whatever you say, Mom.
It's just she looks at Josiah and Noah with a trust me look, and they just sort of slowly back away from the situation, and try to get away. And when they're far enough away to be out of earshot, that Rita looks down and says, "We need to get them out of there. I don't know how."
Your face said, "Trust me." I thought you had a plan.
For the sake of time, I'm going to cut back to Noah as Gary stands in front of.
What do you
Rita's like, listen, I learned from Josiah. That's the last time. Sorry.
So as Gary stands in front of Josiah and Noah, arms crossed. So he goes, I don't know what exactly you're looking for here, but you're not getting it. I hope you understand that. And I'm tired of this deviousness.
Do you want the long version or the short version?
How much bullshit's in the long version? And you weren't there for it, obviously, but the BS instead of bullshit is gone for this scene.
Yeah. Surprisingly enough, the long version is nothing but the truth. More truth than I've even told this one.
I'm listening.
I need 2 servos from you. Yes, they are for Paul. No, I don't like Paul. I think Paul is full of shit. And here's why I think Paul is full of shit. I've had 4 different pairs of foster parents, and the last ones that I actually thought would maybe be a family rotted in those goddamn headsets. So I left, and I'm on my way to my real father. Can't get to my real father because my fucking car, aka his fucking car, is blocked in sanded.
Now,
So
you weren't here for Gary's whole spiel to Rita and Zwei, but you can actually see his face soften a bit as you mention parents rotting in the neurocasters.
So yes, I need servos because it's either I take your drone and Wally, Willie, whatever his name is, gets our car out, or I get 2 servos from you. I take them to Paul. We fix his drone, and his drone gets our car out. Because as much as I love what you're doing here as far as the musical festival goes, and I love the fact that you think all this is fucking bullshit, because again, I hate Paul. Some things got to fucking give at this point.
So you guys aren't with New Vision?
No, I don't give a fuck about any of it. I couldn't give less of a fuck, actually, because I am sick and I am tired of adults who say they will be there for you and then they're fucking not. So no, I don't give a damn about a man who says that he feels some sort of pride and precious care for some bullshit technology he made. No offense, I know you made it too. But
no, I'm on your side with this one.
I don't care. I just want the car out of the fucking sand. And this gun in my back, not helpful. And also, you should probably teach your men to check teenage girls, because none of them took my fucking gun. Just his.
And Gary like looks at the guards, goes, "The hell, guys!" And they will walk up and they will like pat on like your sides and back, but like timidly, like Are you actually carrying a gun on you?
Yeah, I have the gun Josiah gave me, and also it's in my boot.
Okay, yeah. So then they will not like. Well, since you mentioned having a gun, they are going to look a bit more like more until they find it. But then Gary's going to gesture them back away from you guys with the guns because, well, look, kid, I'm sorry to add another adult letdown to your pile, but you're not going to find these servos here.
So you don't have them?
Why would we have them? We don't build.
I don't know. Paul said you fucking have them. And again, not that I like the man, nor do I think much of what he said made sense. But if he thinks that there's servos somewhere and he doesn't fucking have them, somebody's got to fucking have them.
No, Paul doesn't. Paul knows that we don't have any servos. So sending you over here is a big... Oh, it's a big waste of time, isn't it?
It's a big waste of time.
And we're gonna...
He doesn't want us to leave.
No, and we're going to cut outside as Rita and Zwei are arguing.
We're not arguing, we're debating how to help them because we think they're in trouble. We can't hear anything.
As you do that, make a wits roll.
Oh, crap.
Oh, crap.
2.
Oh, great job, Zwei. You're doing awesome.
Because I didn't take drugs.
I also didn't take drugs. You didn't let me take drugs. We don't get to find out what my brain is like on drugs.
Oh man. Push the roll.
Josiah, please.
What?
2 6s.
Take a shot.
Okay, so two each. So as you're trying to figure out what to do, you see them.
I'm sorry, what? I see what?
See them?
Them
Who's
being them being 3 or 4 men that were from New Vision, sneaking into the side, like attempting to sneak into the side of the camp. They are armed.
Son of a bitch. Zwei.
You have an option here. You have an option here. You can either let this happen or you can alert somebody.
Zwei,
Yes.
yell as loud as you can.
Okay.
Do I know where my shotgun is? Like, do I know where my shotgun ended up?
Actually, yeah. You probably would have actually gotten it back if you went back. If you went all the way outside of the camp, then you would have gotten
So
it back.
if she has her shotgun back, we're going to town. She's just gonna open fire.
Okay.
Zwei is screaming. Not screaming, but like yelling. Like it's like a loud, like
Battle cry.
Now, Rita, very quickly.
Yes.
Are you opening fire on them or just like into the air to draw attention? That's going to be the deciding factor as to how this particular episode wraps up.
I think I'm trying because there's 2 ways this can happen. Rita could alert them because Josiah and Noah are there and she wants them to know. But also Rita's kind of mad because Rita could also be mad because this kind of feels like they got tricked. They were the decoy the entire time. So I think she's going to act out of anger and I think she's going to fire on them.
Okay.
I think
Then
she's
from
finally going to lose her temper.
Let's go.
From inside the camp, as Gary says, it's not just a waste of time. Outside, the 2 of you hear Zwei scream at the top of his digital lungs, followed by a shotgun blast. And that is where we're going to pick up.
Damn.
I'm about to get my gun back
I
from
just-
this
it's
little
just-
man that took it away from me.
The R2D2 scream, then a shotgun blast. Just shit. Oh fuck.
I'd like to thank you all. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in tonight and like to thank you all for playing. We're going to go around and have everybody tell you who they are, where you can find them. My name is Zachary Vaudo. You can find me all over the internet at Sneakernet and Sneakernet Music. Online, you can find me here, and you can find me for this and on Fridays for Dallas by Night. For other things, you'll just have to follow me and see what I'm up to, where I'm up to it. It's usually wherever tabletop games are played. Vixie, all yours.
Hey, everybody. My name is Vixie Belle, and I've been your friendly neighborhood player here at the Rediscovery table. Thank you for having me. My pronouns are she, her, and so are Rita's. I've been playing Rita Iglesias, the grizzled veteran who has finally lost her temper because she's a little bit over being used by other people. I don't know if you noticed, but anyway, you can find me everywhere on the internet at Vixie Belle or at Pocket Dragon Pub, where I sometimes run, play, and produce games. And for everything I'm doing, you can follow me on social media. We got a whole lot going on right now, and we're getting ready for a big run for Pride Month, which is going to be super exciting. That said, I'm gonna hop on over to my partner in crime, the lovely Joe, aka Zwei.
Oh my god, thank you so much. Hi, my name is Joe. I played Zwei to you guys. It was a lovely experience. Thank you so much, Zach. And I don't know why my German came out, but it was there very briefly, and we will all pretend like we didn't hear it, okay? You can find me under Sugi Joe on the internet. I'm mostly a cosplayer, but every now and then I have awesome friends that allow me to be at the table with them. So thank you so much. I hope I can do it more in the future. I do have something in the works that I still can announce. I feel like that the unfortunate situation might be that I can't announce it until this thing is over, but I hope I can because I really am excited about it. Otherwise, please support these lovely people. They have a lot of fun at the table and they're absolutely amazing role players and storytellers. So yeah, and I'm just gonna throw it over to the duo that can fight it out. Whoever wants to go first.
Your turn.
Me?
Yeah, I gotta do the channel announcements.
I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, everybody. I'm Danny. I go by CJNB Online. I've been playing Josiah this evening. Typically, you find me talking about indie game news, reviews, whatever I choose all over the internet. Currently, Play Like Podcast on hiatus while Topher is doing some much needed rest and relaxation time, getting stuff back up to stuff. So I'm trying to get some more reviewer friends coming and talk about indie games soon. So stay tuned until I have something to give you. Otherwise, you can find me on Blue Sky, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. Indie games all over the place. As far as CTRPGs go, you can find me here next week for the finale of Electric State. And then on Thursday nights, you can find me at Crit Hit Chronicles playing Sagas of Anima, which is our Daggerheart game. I'm playing Kynell, the lovely Woodkin druid who's still trying to figure out what exactly he's doing here and just taking every command and realizing, hey, some of these commands are not good for my overall goal, and I need to check some people on that. So next session could be dramatic. You should check it out. But that is it for now. So I'll pass it over to our lovely person in charge, Mal.
Hi, my name is Mallorie Mize. You can find me anywhere the internet may have to offer you at Moxie Blue, MOXXIEBLUE. You can find me back here for this show next week. You can also find me on Dallas by Night, which is on Friday. Zach is there with me. And those are both here on this channel because I own and operate the place. Somebody handed me the keys and then it was too late. They couldn't take them back. And so now this is mine. Otherwise, I'm writing on some stuff that I've signed paperwork that says I can't talk about yet. And I'm gonna be at Gen Con this year. So if you need any more fill-ins, my schedule is a little full because some people have been nice enough to invite me to things. But I can always do more. So like let me know. Let's hang out. Let's do whatever. And as for what's next for Rediscovery, you'll find out more soon enough. Maybe next week, maybe right after that. I'm traveling a lot this month because it's my birthday month, and I live far away from my partners and my family, so that all is a lot of travel. So once all that travel is concluded, I'll figure it out, and then you'll know. But otherwise, thanks so much for hanging out. All I've ever wanted is to make things with my friends, and this is how I get to do that. So thanks for coming to watch and all. In the meantime, you know the drill. Love yourself, take care of each other, and go have a super magical adventure. We'll see y'all next. We'll see y'all Friday. Bye bye.